incomplete. No flag. The Eagles want one, but there is none.
I think that was it. The Eagles knew that they needed 2 touchdowns. They had to get one there. 4th down, you can tell the Redskins feel that they've done it.
Today's game was produced by Bob Stinner and directed by Sandy Grossman. The coordinating producer of the NFL Today is Eric Mann. The NFL Today directed by Duke Struck, and the senior producer of the NFL on CBS is Ed Gorin.
Yeah, this is pretty good pass protection here. Cunningham just can't find anyone open. Very good coverage. There's no one open. Looks like one receiver did go down there. The Eagles maybe thought that was pass interference. There's Britt Hager again. He did that on the goal line. Remember, he stopped him once, that same type of blitz. That's close to being a safety.
Very near. This seems, I'm sure, to Philadelphia fans and to Randall Cunningham, insignificant at the moment, but Randall has just broken the NFL rushing record for quarterbacks, which is held by Fran Tarkenton.
You know, and that's, you know, I mean, you like to break records, but, you know, any player will tell you the important thing. I'm sure Randall will say after the game, the important thing is winning the game, and if we don't win the game, that record doesn't mean anything. And you like to break records when you win the game, like Art Monk did last week, and at home. Those are the time to break records.
Not to tarnish Tarkenton's record or the record just set by Cunningham. I guess it's a tribute to Cunningham. He did it in this, his 7th year. Tarkenton did it in 17 years.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You know, Randall will always want to say the right things. I'm grateful to my offensive line for their blocking, the guys that helped me, but usually it's the opposite. Usually when the quarterback has to run, he didn't have any blocking.
Second down that was. They're trying to rip the ball away from Rippon.
Now that's Britt Hager down there, number 54. Remember when Buddy Ryan was coaching, he used to call him his hippie linebacker. Made a couple of big plays today. One down there, one on the goal line earlier. He's more of a special teams guy. Special teams, short yardage, goal line, run stopper, one of those type of guys. Got that goofy look in his eyes. You know,
he needs to have that with a number like that.
You know that guy.
3rd down and about 12. Rippon again, just sneaks it, covers it up.
Mark Rippon learned one rule about quarterback sneaks when he, quarterback sneak for a touchdown last week is you always get in behind Joe Jacoby. And he did it again there. So you know when he's going to quarterback sneak, he's going to quarterback sneak to his left when Jacoby's playing left guard.
Very wise. That's all the timeouts for the Eagles. 3:02 left to play in the game.
Well, and the Eagles are going to have to think of, getting 2 quick scores. Again, they need 14 points. They need 2 touchdowns. So they're, either going to get a good return here or go for a block. Then they have to go for a touchdown. That's what they're talking about now. And then an onside kick, then another touchdown. That has to be Rich Kotite's plan.
Well, one thing they have going for them here, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Coming up next here on CBS, doubleheader, game number 2, Atlanta at San Francisco. The Giants at the Rams. Those of you in New York will see that game. And now Goodburn cannot get back as deeply as he would normally. So perhaps the Eagles have a better chance from here to block it.
Oh, the Redskins are going to take 2.
Goodburn just trots out of the end zone. They'll concede the 2 points and get the free kick from the 20.
I'm surprised that they did that. If you have more than a 14-point lead, I think that's a good move. But now, see, the Eagles needed 2 touchdowns to tie them. Now with that, the Eagles can beat them with 2 touchdowns. I'm surprised that they took the safety there.
Well, the fact that they have no timeouts, the Eagles have no timeouts remaining. Perhaps that was in Joe Gibbs' mind.
Yeah, I'm sure that was. And then the fact that the punter didn't have his regular distance back there because you need 15 yards. The fact that they had 10 men up, they were going to come on a block. But now, before that, you couldn't be beaten by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Now you can lose the game with 2 touchdowns. Of course, if the Eagles could score 2 touchdowns that quickly, you say, well, what the heck have they been doing out here all day with just getting 1 field goal and a safety?
Kelly Goodburn.
You notice that how kickers always squeeze the ball. The NFL, they always use brand new football, so the kickers, the punters and the kickoff guys are always trying to loosen them up and soften them up and not kick what they call a stiff ball.
Except they never rub it in the right place.
Yeah, and the only guys that ever do that are the kickers.
Right.
And they're responsible. And then the quarterbacks want the kickers to rub it good for them and stuff like that. And none of it helps.
No. Still got to kick it.
They're all goofy.
Bad kick.
You didn't rub it enough.
No. Or the right place. Out to about the 47. The Eagles have the ball in their own territory, their own 47, handled by Booty. And now there's another scuffle.
I'll tell you, this is really what football's all about. I mean, the Redskins and the Eagles and division and rivalry and 3 or 4 fights breaking out and guys playing. I mean, you say, well, this really, wasn't a high-scoring game or any of those things, but I mean, it looks like MASH out here. I mean, guys coming in, carrying off the field. Guys have given everything they've had in this game. I mean, they've let all the fuel out of their tank.
And one of those fights we even joined in progress. After an update. Here's Cunningham. Flag on the play.
I think that week in and week out, Richie Pettibone, the assistant head coach of the Washington Redskins, again the guy in charge of the defense, I think he does a better job than anyone ever has in this league.
Number 79 on the offense. 10 yards, still first down.
John, they made much here in Washington and around the NFL of the fact that the Redskins were coming into this game with a short week to prepare for the Eagles, a big game for them. The fact that they played on Monday night. We talked to Richie about it yesterday, and he said, hey, I like the short week.
Yeah.
Doesn't give you as much time to think.
But, I mean, I think his teams are always better prepared than anyone else's because he'll always have a great defense, but he doesn't always have the best players.
This is Byers. Now they want him back in there.
Of course, he has that Charlie horse, and he comes in and just plays like heck. Then they go out and they work on that Charlie horse for a while. Then they bring him back in. That's what the tough. The thing. I mean, everyone is emptying their tank today. I mean, just whatever they have, they're giving it to win this game.
Arthur Davis.
He has his work cut out for him.
Emptying his tank.
Yeah. Although Davis makes the best chili in the league, too.
It does. Wonder if that's good for Charlie Horse.
He doesn't wash his hands when he makes it. That's what gives you the flavor. All that stuff. He just takes those same hands, just makes that chili. It has some interesting spices in it.
16-5 the score. 2.5 minutes left to play. First down, Philadelphia.
And he's trying to get Byers in there for another couple of plays here.
No timeouts left. Cunningham sacked by Jason Buck. Ooh.
That's the thing that the Redskins talked about all week, is that they wanted to contain Cunningham. You're not going to stop him. You're not going to control him. But you have to keep someone outside him, not let him get to the outside, and then push him from the middle.
Cunningham again flushed out. And chased and going deep. He got a man open. There's Jeff Snyder. At 5'6" or 6".